It's not live like we were last week, but tonight it's another Junkwaxgenius Monday Night Football halftime show. I believe there are two games again this week, and go ahead, pick when you watch. It should be, we'll do 15 minutes or so, get you through halftime with something more interesting than whatever they're talking about there in the studio or on the field regarding tonight's game, which, oh boy, can you believe how it's going? What a contest. I never thought that I would have seen. I'm recording this in the afternoon. I have no idea. We've got a couple of packs here from 1991, a handful of packs from 1991. We're going to do some Stadium Club. We've got some Upper Deck. We've got some tops from 91 as well. And then we'll wrap it up with tops from 89. So lots of 91, a little bit of 89. And then I got to restock. I got to resupply because this is all the football cards I have. This is it. I've got some football. We'll see how we're doing on time. If we need to fill out, we'll do some MISL indoor soccer. That's always fun. But we'll begin with 1991 Stadium Club. As always, I don't know what I'm doing. Let me rephrase. I don't know anything about, I know very little about football from this era. So leave comments if I bypass some hit that I don't quite recognize. I do recognize the name Ronnie Lott. I explained this on the live stream last week. Everything I know about pro football from 1991 comes from playing Tecmo Super Bowl on the old NES. I recognize the name Ronnie Lott. There's Richmond Webb. I'm guessing that's Richmond Webb. Yeah, it says he's on the Miami Dolphins. Okay, so that's Richmond Webb. You mixed me up there, Stadium Club. You made me look silly. Richmond Webb. Okay. Anthony Miller. Nice horizontal layout there for Keith Woodside. Here's Dan Marino. I recognize that name. I've seen Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. John Alt. That's got to be John Alt. There's no way a man can be that big in the center of a photo and not be John Alt. How about that? Bert Grossman. Chris Jack? I think it's Chris Jackie, right? Vaughn Johnson. Jay Hilgenberg. Tony Stargell. That's got to be Tony Stargell. And Charles Haley. I know that name, Charles Haley. All right. Infamous Charles Haley. Isn't he the guy that ended up playing for the Cowboys and dropped the football right outside of the end zone? Is that the same guy? Let me know in the comments. I can't remember. Let's go on to 91 Upper Deck. It's got a $2 price tag on it. How about that? Some of these do have price tags, I suppose. A little peek behind the scenes about what we pay for our product here on Junkwaxgenius. We begin with Ron Morris, Heath Sherman. No doubt on these who the player is. Nate Odoms, Vinny Testaverde, Vinny Football, looking kind of crestfallen, which may have been the life of the quarterback for the Buccaneers back then. There's Derek Thomas, excellent. The legendary Derek Thomas, R.I.P. Flash 80, Jerry Rice team checklist. Yep, okay, nice. Martin Mayhew, Bart Oates, Steve Walsh, the timeless Morton Anderson. I know enough to know that he played until he was like 70 years old. Morton Anderson. Tim Rosenbach and Jeff Herod. That's our 91 Upper Deck. Let's go back to the Stadium Club. We got more of this. Somebody on the live stream last week said that you can press the packs and see who's on the back. If I knew how to identify football players the way I can baseball players, we might be onto something. But also, what's the fun in that? If you already know who's in the pack, I ask you, what's the fun in that? Our Stadium Club membership card. They did that for football and baseball. There's a football checklist. Again, we're a little time sensitive. I don't have time to read all the names, but you can pause your screen now and again now if you're curious. You can play the Junkwaxgenius home game. Read the checklist at home. There's Steve Broussard. Is he sticking to somebody? Nope. Myron Guyton. John Johnson. James Lofton, one of the names I definitely recognize from playing as often as I did as the Bills on Tecmo Super Bowl. Daryl Pollard. Shout out QB Bills, by the way. Dan Straczynski. There's Jesse Sapolu. Bubby Brister, your quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Bubby Brister. Pat Beach. And Norm Johnson. No surprise. Number 9, Norm Johnson. Oh, he was sticking. Okay. Not the last card. Carl Lee. Sorry, Carl. Didn't mean to skip you. Carl Lee. Let's give him his props. All right, let's do, we'll mix it up. We'll go with 91 Topps football. They do look a lot like 91 Topps baseball. And I'll show you what we mean in just a moment. We got our 1,000-yard card there. All right, so yeah, 1,000-yard club for rushing. James Brooks, another name I recognize from video games. Yeah, see, these look like the baseball cards. Same basic design, same like horizontal thin stripes going across the name area there. Mike Kofer with your 49ers. James Williams. Robert Blackman. Mark Robinson. Phil Simms. There's James Lofton again. Stan Brock. Vince Clark. Draft pick card, that's cool. Stephen Baker. A highlights card, there's Warren Moon. Anthony Miller. Chargers team card, Freeze finds the passing lane. Okay. David Fulcher, an all-pro card for Raina Thompson. And Curtis Duncan ends that pack of 91 Topps, just the flagship regular Topps. We've got 2 more here. And it looks like we'll have time for some extra packs as well, some bonus content. There's Back to the Stadium Club. If you haven't subscribed, by the way, please do. We'll fit in live streams during the halftime show while we can, when we can. Previous commitments prevent me from doing that tonight, but maybe next week. Maybe next week. Leroy Horde and his massive shoulder pads. Leroy Horde. Arizona Sun Devils uniform for Leonard Russell. I think it's cool that they can picture, look at that, cardception. The card on the back is the card on the front. His Topps rookie card. There we go, cardception. Nice feature. Travis McNeil, Tom Hodson, Kenny Davidson. Which guy? I have to look in the back. Oh, he's a Steeler. Okay. Kenny Davidson, the Steeler, also with cardception. We'll go back and review some of these Stadium Club cards. That'll kill some time. Reggie White, the Minister of Defense. That's a name I know. Reggie White. Gary Anderson. Wait a minute. His rookie card, they're considering USFL. Interesting. I didn't know Topps for the NFL would have even recognized the USFL as a entity. Interesting. Gary Anderson. There's Mark Royals. Mike Golick. Don Makowski. Pre-Brett Favre. There's your arm for the Green Bay Packers. Don Makowski. Hobie Brenner. And Rodney Hampton. Okay, well, we had 2 examples of cardception there. I'll have to kind of wrangle my Stadium Club cards all together into another stack so we can review the backs. We'll take some time. We'll find some cardception. We'll have a laugh. Pretty sure Dan Marino. Dan Marino's rookie card is not this very card. All right. And we're going to wrap it up. Football, new packs at least with 89 football. $4? I don't think I paid $4 for it, but let me know if that's a good price. I don't know. I don't buy a lot of football cards. This one does have gum in it, so your true junk wax. You got the wax paper, you've got the gum damage, you've got it all. Taking the gum hit, Stump Mitchell. Stump Mitchell. Wax stain on the back. Sorry, Stump. But growing up with a name like Stump, that's probably not the worst thing that could have happened. Keith Millard, Mark Murphy, James Wilder, Reggie White, All-Pro, nice, seen him before. Lionel Manuel, Brian Socha, another Topps All-Pro for Jay Hilgenberg. We've seen Jay Hilgenberg already today. There's a 1,000-yard club card for Jerry Rice. Sharp card. I like that. Ernest Biner, William Fuller, Gary Anderson, rocking the one bar, Mark Kelso, Perry Kemp, Carlos Carson, and NFL passing leaders, Wade Wilson, and Boomer Esiason. Isn't Deadpool's name Wade Wilson? Am I misremembering? All right, so there's our football cards. Let's review the backs of our Stadium Club for cardception. That's where, again, the card on the back is the card on the front. We've got it for Kenny Davidson. More than one USFL card used as the rookie card here. I don't know. That feels weird to me. Feels strange. There's another one. John Johnson, cardception, where the card on the front is the card on the back. Leonard Russell, another example. Yep, I knew it. Dan Marino, that's not his rookie card. Or this is not his rookie card. That is. Viewers at home like screaming at me into their TVs or their phones or their laptops. I know, I don't open a lot of football cards. I don't know what I'm talking about. All right, but it is fun to review these. Love the photography, love the layout, love the smell of 91 Stadium Club, even on football cards. If you know, you know. All right, we got some time to kill. Let's open the other kind of football, indoor soccer cards. I was a huge fan of the MISL, particularly the Cleveland Force back in the day. And this is the premier issue. Lots of quality issues. And I think we're going to see that as I open these cards. I'm expecting, so I've got 4 packs here. And just based on the way they've been collated so far, I'm going to bet that among these 4 packs, I get 4 of the same card for, I'm going to guess, 8 players. So let's open at home. Bill Crook, John Stolmeyer, Al Smith, I hope I'm saying that name right, Andy Chapman, Zoltan Toth, Kevin Smith, Ralph Black, Pasquale DeLuca, Barry Wallace, Poli Garcia, Drago Dumbovic, Dwight Lodoedges, and Michael Collins. All right, so we're going to open this next pack, and let's try to remember the names we just saw and see how many of these are the same. I've opened like 4 in a row before and had, like, of the 12 cards in a pack, had 9 or 10 be the same. So again, there's Al Smith, saw him before. Andy Chapman, we've seen him. Zoltan Toth, seen him. Kevin Smith, yep. Ralph Black, Pasquale DeLuca, Barry Wallace, Poli Garcia, Drago Dumbovic, Dwight Lodoedges, Michael Collins, and Wes McLeod. So basically everybody except Bill Crook and John Stolmeyer, the same from one pack to the next. with Wes as our outlier. Let's go again. We can already see there's a Dwight Lodawages. So Hugo Perez is new, but there's Bill Crook. There's John Stolmeyer, Al Smith, Andy Chapman, Zoltan Toth, Kevin Smith, Ralph Black, Pasquale DeLuca, Barry Wallace, Poli Garcia, Drago, and Dwight Lodawages. All right, so Hugo Perez is one of the new guys. There's doubles now for Bill Crook. There's doubles for Johnny Stolmeyer. It's the third card for Al Smith, for Andy Chapman. It's the third card for most of these guys. All right. We still have just the one, Wes McLeod. What will this bring? You know, I see a little variety. There's Zoltan Toth, so we pick up with him. Kevin Smith, Ralph Black, Pasquale DeLuca, Barry Wallace, Poli Garcia, Drago, Dwight Lodawages, Michael Collins, Wes McLeod, Slobo Ilievsky, and Peter Ward. So Slobo and Peter and Hugo Perez are some guys where we just got the one. But we got doubles of Stolmeyer. I know we've got doubles of Toth, Smith, Black, DeLuca, Wallace, Garcia, Drago, Lodawages, and Collins. This is a weird thing, but it's what happens when you have like a fringe league, like the Major Indoor Soccer League, and a fringe producer like Pacific. You're going to have some errors in there. All right, it's Junkwaxgenius. We've opened football and we've opened football. Thanks for watching. Let's get you back to the game. Please do like and subscribe. We're going to do this again next week. And hope to see you. Thanks for watching.